Good afternoon, a good night of Shabbos. My heart is filled with anguish, my eyes welled with tears. The children of young men who I grew up with and studied together with and shared rooms with have been murdered in a senseless attack that took the lives of many others, but they were one of the focuses of these evil people. And the question is, at a time of bereavement, the pain is still fresh, we cannot talk about reconstruction. Vengeance has to be within the capacity of the people who feel aggrieved to be able to do so. These organizations are too powerful for individuals like myself to reach and to affect. But it is my hope and prayer that those organizations that are dedicated to rooting out terror in the world will do so speedily, with resolve, and that the American president-elect will take a staunch and strong position on eradicating terror, especially Islamofascism, that has wreaked havoc all over the world. There is no excuse for terrorism in this fashion. It comes from a self-righteousness that is totally self-absorbed, that then translates into a suicide mission to destroy other people. It is a fanatical, evil institution destroying the lives of those who it goes against and those who it inspires. There is no evil as great as we have seen in the last few years as Al-Qaeda and the Wahhabist philosophy of encouraging young people to commit atrocities even while they face and cause their own deaths. So the question is the response. There are different responses. Number one, the reason why evil can penetrate into areas of goodness is because goodness has allowed evil to penetrate. That doesn't mean that the Holzbergs did anything wrong, but rather each person who hears and heard the story have to look into their own hearts and to see where evil has entered in their own hearts, where jealousy and anger, and frustration, and evil designs and evil thoughts have overcome them and allowed people to continue in this vein and to cause divisions and destructions in the relationship between people. This is where we have to look into ourselves and rededicate ourselves to what is called the true tikkun olam, the true correction of the world, and that is through compassion and kindness. Compassion and kindness require dedication, require bravery, requires commitment to overcome all the forces of evil, all the forces that wish to dominate others and to ruin other people's lives. We must show compassion for the hungry, for the weak, protect the unborn, and care for our elderly. so that they need not contemplate doctor-assisted suicide. We must redouble our efforts to protect the sanctity of life through our own kindness, through our own teachings, through our own studies, through exuding a positive influence and inspiration to others, that others should feel that life is worth living, irrespective of the circumstance. It is my suggestion that in memory of the holy ones, Gabriel and Rivka Holzberg, may the Almighty avenge their blood, that we establish funds and institutions of kindness, of compassion, just as they dedicated their lives to making life easier for the tourists of Israel who came through India, to giving them meals, to giving them spiritual inspiration, teaching them Torah, helping them get married, directing their confusion. We should do the same. Each one of us, in our own little way, establish a Gabriel and Rivka Holzberg Institute or fund to helping people in various capacities, especially Hachnosas Orchim, bringing in guests. For you see, that was the unique function of this Chabad house, to provide a home away from home for others who are far away. May we all do so